Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your girl, Naiah Nikole. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the 5 biggest misconceptions that piss me off. So, you think you've never met a transgender person? Or you think a child is way too young to know when they're transgender? Well, listen up, kitty cats, because I have a newsflash. So here's a disclaimer. If you're easily offended, please just exit out of the video. This video is meant for informational purposes only, and I am sharing my experience. Biggest misconception of all. Number 1. So you think you've never met a transgender person before? Maybe never gone on a date with one of us. Well, newsflash, you probably have. And when you think about a transgender person, you think feminine traits on a male or masculine traits in a female. But is that always really the telltale sign that someone is transgender? No, I think we're passing judgment here. Just think about this. Unless someone actually tells you that they're transgender, how the hell are you really gonna know? Stop judging a book by its cover. We have a lot of females that love to look fit as hell, who have big muscles and strong jaws and all these other masculine traits that you might think are of a transgender woman. And you also have men that are just a little effeminate, and they're not bi, they're not gay, they're not even transgender. So let's stop judging a book by its cover. As a society, I feel like we have been conditioned to see masculine traits and directly attach them to males, feminine traits and attach them to females. Well, I mean, even though that's a social norm, I feel like now we're starting to become a little more fluid. Now, how would you know if somebody is transgender unless they actually told you? Yeah, you wouldn't know. So let's stop assuming that we could tell when someone is transgender. I was integrated into society before coming out very well. Nobody even knew. You were probably one of those people watching this video thinking, yeah, I didn't know you were transgender. Yeah, I know. Oops. All right. So that brings me to misconception number 2. Trans people want to be Barbie or Ken. No. Just because someone is transgender does not mean that they want to be the ultimate Barbie or the ultimate Ken. You have a lot of transgender people that only want to change their sex. They don't want to look that masculine. They don't want to have big muscles and, be this perfect little Ken doll. Or even the transgender women. They don't want big boobs, the small waist, the blonde hair. No, some of us just want to be normal. Some of us only want to change our gender just so we are happy with ourselves. We're not doing our transition for your approval. So you found out one of your friends is transitioning. Let's give an example. So let's say that your male friend is transitioning into female. No, do not ask them if they want triple D's and blonde hair. Just let them live in peace. They will go through their transition until they are satisfied with themselves. This transition is for them. That brings me to stereotype number 3. Not all transgender people want surgery. There is a lot of transgender people who are happy to only take hormones. There's other transgender people who, yes, want to have all these surgeries in order for them to be happy with themselves, and that's okay. With surgery comes a lot of risks. Some transgender people do not want none of these risks or are not strong enough to think, well, what if this goes wrong? Am I really gonna be happy? Some transgender people just simply don't want it. So stop asking transgender people that you know if they're gonna get the surgery. None of your business. Let them live. So that brings me to number 4. Transgender healthcare is special care. No, it's not. Transgender healthcare is just as important as the healthcare that every single individual gets. I feel like When we all go to the doctor, the special care that every individual person gets is individually formulated for that person. I think people need to really stop with the, well, if you're transgender, you need that extra care. Doctors need to get educated in the kind of care that is required to treat a transgender person just as well as treating a white, black, Asian, Latino person. It doesn't matter whether they're transgender or not. They're all patients. It's not special care. Special care is for everybody. All right, my little darlings. So here is number 5. And I'm telling you, I know the comments are gonna go fire for this, but we gotta talk about it. You think your child is not old enough to know that they are transgender? Newsflash, no matter what it is that you want or that you're okay with, if your child is transgender, your child will be transgender. Growing up as a child is absolutely confusing. You don't know what you want, you don't know what you like. And that's why, as a parent, the best thing you can do is be supportive of your child and let them choose. I am not by any way saying let your child go and take hormones or get surgeries at 5 years old, but I am saying allow your child to develop, to grow. And as a parent, as a sibling, as a friend, everyone should be supportive. If that child grows up in an environment where they don't feel supported and they're always being scolded for acting different, acting girly, or acting masculine, that child will grow up in a home that's not healthy. Is that really what you want? As a parent, getting educated about all the genders that exist and what gay, what bi, what trans is helpful for you to be able to teach your child. It's up to you in your home when you teach your child what all of these things are. And if your child maybe starts acting a little different, then you as a parent will be able to educate your child and be able to guide them. But scolding your child for acting a little different than what their biological gender is or the toys they're playing with is the biggest no-no as a parent. I had a lot of that growing up, and look at me, I still ended up how I was, but now I have some traumatic experiences as a child. So the best thing you can do is be loving, be a loving parent. And I'm telling you, your child will grow up to be an amazing person, transgender or not. All right, my little darlings. Well, that concluded my video. Give it a thumbs up if you learned something new. And hey, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you disagree with or maybe you agree with. Let me know what pisses you off. Thank you again.